Hey guys, this is Joshua Berger, back with another video. This time for my last phase, I had a live coding challenge. So I kind of briefly just wanted to go over that live coding challenge and tell you a little bit about how it went and give you the prompt and give you a little brief overview of how everything's working with the props, the state. So I'll give you a little demo to start out. If we come to my post page, and load all the posts up, you can see that they all have a different description. Some are longer than others, but for the prompt of my live coding challenge, it was create a sort button that sorts your list by the length of the content. Then when clicked again, it unsorts it. So what it means by content is my description here. Whatever description is the longest, that's what it'll sort by. And then whatever description is the shortest. So if I come down here, I click on the sort post. Once I click on the sort post, it sorts it by the longest. And then it goes to the shortest description, which is down here, G. So that's just a little demo of what it does. And if I click on it again, it'll unsort them again and they'll go back to how they were. So it sorts them. And then if I click it again, it unsorts them. So I'll give you a little brief overview of what's going on behind the scenes and give you a little taste of the code. So if we come over to my VS Code, we come over to the post page. That's what is displaying all of my posts. Inside of that class, inside of the state, we set it to post with an empty array. And then we also have a key of sorted set to false. So every time this is loaded, it will be set to an empty array and the sorted will be on false. And then we come down into our render. I first get a button up on the screen. I created a button and then called it sort post. And then I added an on click. So whenever that button is clicked, I wanted to launch something or to fire an event or any kind of thing along those lines. So in there, I have this handle sort, which will then call on my handle sort function, which is a callback function. And inside of that function, we actually have an if else statement. So this kind of says if this dot state dot sorted, which is up here, if it's true, this dot set state, it'll take the sorted key, set it to false, and then post, it'll keep it as an empty array. Else, if it's true, or if it's false, this dot set state, and we'll say that sorted is true. And then we have our posts with an array that takes in the spread operator and the previous props. And then we sort over that array, grabbing two individual posts. And then we want to find the content of those posts and the length. So we do a.content.length is less than b.content.length. And then a ternary operator. So if it's true, return 1, else if it's false, -1. So after that all goes through, which I'll show you on the front end, it will then call render again, because every time we set state, it will cause a re-render. So when we re-render, it's going to read my post, and then it looks at that and it says this.state.post.length equals 0. So if that array equals 0, I then want it to return this.props.post.map. So I want it to map the posts, the props of this specific post. And if it returns false, I want it to return this.state.post. I want it to return the actual state of the post. And then when that renders, it renders down here. So I'll give you a brief overview of what that looks like on the front end. So if we go back over to my application, then we inspect, come down here, drop down to the components, and then we gotta look for the specific component, which is right here, the post page. So now, even if I refresh this, start fresh, come down here, look for the post page right here. Actually, right here, sorry. So now that we're in here, we could click post. Keep messing this up, sorry guys. Let me come back down to the post page. Right here. So if you look in here in my props, I still have all the individual posts and they're not sorted. And then if we look at the state, the post is just an empty array. So if I come down and click on the sort button, so when I sort the posts, you can see that there was a change on the right. So as we can see, the props still stay the same. Like we don't change the props at all. But if you look at state now in state, it has all the individual posts. What am I trying to say? Has all the individual posts sorted now. And then if we go ahead and click on that sort button again, you'll see that it changed. All the posts and the props are still the same. But if we look at the state, now it's empty and the sorted is set to false. So we'll click it again. All the posts get sorted, the props stay the same. They're two different ones. Props stay the same, the state gets changed, and then the sorted gets changed to true. So that was from the logic up here. And yeah, so that was a little demo of my live coding challenge for my 5th project. I hope that helped out a little bit. I hope it cleared up a little things. Thank you.